the JFK files have been released. Yeah, okay.
Let's get ready to rumble! You can't handle the truth. I'm surviving on the top of the line!
Hi, I'm Pastor Marty. Welcome to the Afternoon Drive. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, and once you are, smack the bell, click the word all. That will give you notification of my rants, my ravings, my undeniably flawless reasonings. Please like and share this video. It's the only way that we can get the word out that we're here. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of the Afternoon Drive. Pastor Marty, are you somehow insinuating you do not care about the historical and judicial significance of finding out exactly what happened to former President John F. Kennedy and his assassination? It's not that I don't care. And I've got my theories, like you've got your theories. And let's just go all in. Let's just say that Lyndon Johnson worked with George H.W. Bush and the clandestine gay mafia members who worked through Cuba to assassinate President Kennedy. Let's say all of that is true. Really think the government in 2025 is just going to say, yep, you caught us, we did it? Do I think that the lone gunman theory that Lee Harvey Oswald was just this loner Marxist who wanted the president dead, and they literally captured him within, what, an hour of the assassination, that he wasn't the patsy, that he wasn't the setup, that he wasn't the dupe? I think we all know the answer to that. Anybody with any reasonable thought knows the answer to that. But do you really think they're going to let you know the whole truth and nothing but the truth? I mean, do you really think that? Do you really think you're ever going to really find out what happened on Epstein Island? Because again, if it's true that he literally had everybody, and the list of clients and people who were there and the things that they did there, do you really think that's ever going to really see the light of day? My issue is with this, and I know some of you are going to disagree vehemently with this. We are witnessing in real time how vast and wide the tentacles of the deep state is, what they've done. And now, after throwing literally everything at Donald Trump to try to stop him, now, it doesn't matter what he does. I'm waiting for a federal judge to say, you can't close the Department of Education. Here it comes. This is the new coup now. They went impeachment crazy during his first term. Now, apparently, leftist loon judges are just going to try to tie him up in court for months and years. And obviously, Mr. Roberts, whatever they got on him, wink, wink, got his marching orders to go ahead and, put the shot over the bow of the Trump administration and say, impeaching federal judges is not a good idea. That was the warning shot, and that we're back to a judiciary that's going to legislate from the bench. This is the fighting back. We're protecting democracy by not following democracy. You really think those people are going to let you know, yeah, we did it. We didn't like Kennedy. He had to go. He wasn't He wasn't part of the narrative. He wouldn't go along with the official script, so he had to go. You really think they're going to tell you that? You really think that after all of these years of people petitioning for these records, that they're going to hand you that sheet of paper with the smoking gun and all the evidence outlined for you there in black and white because, well, we're just going to, here it is. This is why I don't really talk about this. This is why I don't ever bring up, the Epstein files. I don't bring up the JFK files. I have no doubt of the Bush involvement, the Texas connection, and it could get a little uncomfortable for the Cruz family as well. And I've talked about that on here before. But if you really think they're going to show you the full reports, unredacted, here it is, incriminate themselves, give you the opportunity to hold them accountable and send them to prison or worse, yeah, they're not going to. Those files, if they were in existence, are gone, long gone. I mean, who commits a violent crime, an assassination, makes meticulous notes of how he does it and leaves it behind in a notebook for somebody to say, aha, here it is. This is why I don't talk about this. This is why I don't get all worked up about it. And this is why some of you getting worked up that Pam Bondi, she didn't give us what we wanted. Lie. President Trump, on the campaign trail, when people were asking, can we have the Kennedy files? Yeah, sure, why not? Can we have the UFO files? Yeah, sure, why not? Can we have the, fill in the blank files? What the president should have said when he promised those things was, now look, I'll release them, but I can't promise you that everything that you want is going to be there. I'm sure a lot of those files, if they ever existed, they are long gone. And the files that we do have, it just not going to be what you're looking for. He should have said that. It got everybody's that's into all of this, got their hopes up. Now, of course, they're accusing Trump and Pam Bondi and others of denying and hiding and working along with the deep state on this. Again, do these files even exist anymore? Where are they? It's like that closing scene of the original Raiders of the Lost Ark, where they put the Ark in the crate and you see this one lone guy in the never-ending warehouse walking it down an aisle and, never to be seen again. We're supposed to imagine that somewhere there's like this massive underground bunker of secret information like this, that somewhere in a couple of cardboard boxes are all the detailed notes of what happened to President Kennedy and everybody in Washington, etc., that was involved with it. Do we really think that's ever going to truly see the light of day? If anything like that were to exist, it existed only for one reason: to be used to ensure blackmail and silence from all the parties involved. That, aha, we got you, we got your fingerprints, we got your photograph, we've got recordings of you in the meetings when we hatched all this out. And until all those people are dead and gone, if those things do exist, it might see the light of day then. And my instinct tells me that as these people are dying off and, no longer with us, or, of a mental acuity to be able to even in any remote way provide a defense for themselves, I think these things just vanish, get destroyed. Like the cassette tape in an episode of Mission Impossible. This tape will self-destruct in 5 seconds. So I don't get worked up over this. I think we all know, because again, it's only a conspiracy theory for about 6 months, and then we find out it's the truth. And I think there are far more pressing things we need to be concerned about, like, why isn't Anthony Fauci in a jail cell? Why was he allowed literally to create an epidemic that had the potentiality to truly wipe out the planet? Why was this guy, the creator of the assault on the human race, allowed to walk around as if he is some kind of hero who saved us all? See, I want more answers on that. I want, and that we don't need to wait for the government to release secret files. We're getting all of that stuff in real time. Why are we not going after him? You say, well, we got that pardon. Well, all it takes is one state attorney general to decide, hey, you endangered the citizens of my state. Now it's no longer a federal charge, it's a state charge. And his little Biden auto-penned, photocopied pardon doesn't apply to a state charge. So I'd rather see us go after things like that than I'm sorry. We're just wasting time, and I think that's part of even a deep state plan, is to keep dangling this, to want us to grab at it, and they just kind of keep pulling it back, and then they'll give it to you a little piece at a time, and this one actually does insinuate that the CIA was involved, and everybody on the planet goes, duh. While we're chasing this and wanting that and clamoring for that, over here, they got all kinds of things going on. This is why they're fighting Donald Trump so much. This is why they would like to take him out. This is why they hate Doge, because all of their secret little slush funds have been brought today, which is why you've got judges now that are having to step in. Who do you think's driving all that? But while we look over here for a JFK file from 60 years ago, think about what they're doing right here, right now. That is what needs our attention.